Hi guys. Oh, hold on. Does this look wonky to you?
Oh, 1 second.
My head is heavy, let me lay it down.
Is that better? I don't know. Okay guys, so this, I thought I'm doing a video like this. I just washed my hair and I have no makeup on. Okay, I got no makeup and this is a lovely spot. Yep, take it in. Enjoy the juiciness.
Enjoy it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Use makeup all the time, okay? Okay, we're so beautiful. Because beauty is within. This is for the girls. And so I'm doing this video today about periods. Yep, periods. Periods. Today we're doing a video about periods because it's important to share all of the rubbish that goes alongside having a period. And boys, if you're watching, you need to learn because you're gonna need to have some empathy and understanding for your girlfriends, your wives, your sisters, your mums, or your girl mates. Have just slight understanding that firstly, when we have periods, we get belly cramps. A lot of us, not all of us, it's different for everyone, but we get belly cramps. We also have to deal with the mess that is what a period is. And you have to buy products to use that aren't free on the system, or, you know, I do think it should be a given that we get given free sanitary towels, tampons. Why? Because it is not a luxury to bleed out of our private parts. Sorry kids if that's a bit too much information, but this is something that happens to us. I got my period when I was 11. So from age 11, I got my period and I've been having to use products every single month since I was 11. I mean, I don't even know how much that cost me, but it's a lot of money. And I don't enjoy bleeding. I don't enjoy the mess. I don't enjoy the smell. Boys, you're like,
Oh yeah, what is she talking about?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some comments where girls and guys are not going to be able to deal with this video. Move, go away to a different video. This is not me playing Minecraft or me talking about the Dan TDM show. I know, I'm sorry. This is just me coming to you with stuff about growing up. And periods are stuff we have to deal with when we grow up. And it's natural, it's okay to talk about periods, and it is nothing to be ashamed of at all. So when I was 11, around 10, 11, the first girl in our school ever got her period, and she got her period in an assembly and it was all a big deal and everyone was like, but as soon as you have the first one or two, you're like, this is not that exciting. I definitely don't want to be a grown-up, so don't wish your life away. So there is nothing wrong with me talking about periods, saying the word period, saying the word blood, saying the word smell.
Knickers, tampons, tampax, sanitary towels, moon cup.
And if you don't know what a moon cup is, I shall tell ya. But the reason why my eyes look really small right now is because last night I spent about 30 minutes to an hour bawling my eyes out, snotting everywhere. I'm not joking. My poor fiance was like,
Are you okay?
I was there like, girls, and I'm sure some boys, humans, right? Adults, kids, teenagers, please tell me you know what I'm talking about. That ugly cry where you cry and you think that you've cried yourself into the ground, that you may never come back up again, and then suddenly you get a breath and you realise everything's okay and you're not dying. You know that kind of crying? That's the kind of crying I was doing last night. I mean, there is nothing terribly wrong in my life right now. Life is pretty good. But yesterday wasn't a normal day, okay? The last 5 days haven't been normal days. They have been PMS days. So if you don't know what PMS is, premenstrual syndrome, or you could say PMT, which is, wait, it's PMT, premenstrual tantrum. No, it can't be. Premenstrual syndrome, premenstrual, I'll find that out. I'll put it somewhere. But this is basically the time in which, like, prior to your period, your hormones do this like
Crazy shrew.
in your head, and you have to deal with all those emotions. And for me, that is what PMS is. Essentially, it's all your hormones being horrific and you just feeling like rubbish. Now, all the things that you think about sometimes on a daily that might get you a little bit upset sometimes, they are all heightened to like the nth degree, and you literally feel like, well, for me anyway, the way I respond to these hormones is feeling like everything is exasperated, everything is 10 times worse, 10 times bigger, and that if I think, say, somebody doesn't like me, I've decided that 10,000 people don't like me. And if you feel a little bit bloated, you feel like you've just gained 1,000,000 pounds. And often along with all these hormone changes and all this weird stuff that's like sinking in and crashing and causing you so much anxiety, you generally gain a few pounds of not actual fat, I promise you it's not fat, but water. I end up shouting at people and being snappy and being angry, and the whole world annoys me. Every single person, somebody could be like, hey, and I'll be like,
What did you say? Sorry?
and they're like, I said hey, and I'm like,
Okay. Hi.
that is the essence of my PMS. And it's really hard to deal with. And I understand that other people that don't have it, or if you haven't had it yet, or boys, men that don't, like my fiance doesn't get it. He gets it, but he doesn't get it. And I can't explain it other than feeling like it's uncontrollable, and I cannot, for the life of me, fathom how I'd ever be a better version of myself, or nicer, or happier. In the moment, you feel like there is no way on earth you are ever gonna feel like you normally feel 3 weeks of the month. And suddenly you're like, this is it. This is who I am. And every naughty, bad, horrible thought that you might feel, sometimes you feel it that whole time, every single second of the day, and it's enhanced and it's highlighted. Sometimes you can be like, I'm having that horrible thought, but I'm just having a thought and that's not who I am, and actually everything's cool. Or you might go, oh my goodness, Sally hasn't texted me.
Why hasn't Sally texted me today?
And then you're like, don't be silly, Sally's busy, she's got loads of work to do. That's what you normally think. When you are due on your period, you think, oh, why hasn't Sally texted me today?
Why hasn't Sally texted me today? Oh my god, she is such a bitch. I really hate Sally. Like, Sally and me are not friends anymore. Sally just hates me. Why does Sally hate me so much? Sally just never wanted to be my friend in the first place. I literally think that I forced her to be my friend, and actually she never wanted to be. She's like probably tagging me off to every single other person, and she hates me. She probably hates me, and so does John, and so does Sam, and so does my mum.
Everybody hates me.
That's what happens. Seems extreme. So guys, if you don't get it, that's cool. You're never gonna know these feelings that go through us. And just be kind to us. Don't call us crazy. Don't say, oh,
Hey guys, you're crazy. Like,
don't do that. Do not ever say to a woman or a girl,
oh my god, are you on your period?
that, if you say that to a girl when they are, I mean, we can't be held responsible for what happens after that. I'm just saying. Just don't do it. Don't risk it. Don't do it. Be nice. And on the other side of all the hormones and all the horrible other stuff that goes around in our heads while that is happening, the actual thing then happens. So your hormones might die down and you might suddenly feel sane again, and then you start bleeding. Not only do you have to worry about the blood getting on your clothes, staining your knickers, bleeding, leaking, you have to actually use something like a sanitary towel, which doesn't feel hygienic, although is very useful and the sanitary towel goes in your knickers and you bleed and it's gross and it feels gross, you can feel it, that doesn't feel nice, and you get hot and sweaty down there and it's not a great smell. It's never a great smell. I don't think there's any girl, woman, that ever smells great down there at the time. I wouldn't advise to get the sanitary towels that have like the perfume and stuff in them though, that smells better, just because it can irritate you down there and give you an infection or just make you itchy and make it worse. But so if it's not sanitary towels that you want to use, then you get a tampon, which you have to put up, which is not. Still, I was 11 when I started, or probably 13 when I started using tampons. I'm 33 now. There are still times when I cannot get it in. It's the truth. Sometimes I have to lie on the floor. Sometimes I have to put my leg up on the bath. And when you're in a public toilet in a cubicle, that's very difficult. And if you've only got one left and you try and it fails and then you have to pull it out and try another one and you don't have another one.
The bane of my life.
It's horrendously annoying. And it's 2018. People don't like talking about this. Sex, fannies, willies, pubic hair. And I think that we should be able to. If you don't have parents that share openly about this stuff and the truth behind your periods and how you feel and the actual annoyance of having to use the products and the fact that you might smell and or get itchy or bleed and leak onto your white trousers, then maybe this is going to be useful to you. So if you like this video and it didn't make you too embarrassed, then subscribe, like.
Oh, I love you forever. And ever and ever and ever.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. Ah! Okay, I love you lots. Status, status.